Hello, today we are going to talk about an exciting game mode with mix of team deathmatch and light roleplay. Protect the President, which refers to United Islands Freedom SMP server. At the beginning of the game, players get divided into groups, as FBI indicated by green mark. And Cop, your goal is to protect the President until the timer runs out. As Red Team, your goal is to terminate the President before the timer runs out. If the President manages to stay alive in the game for at least 10 minutes, it'll mean that the big shot was successfully protected and the Red Team is defeated. The protection of the President has a lot in common with chess game, but the difference is that in chess game, you can spend as much time as you wish on every move, no time limits in other words. The second difference is that the victory is very much dependable on efforts of teammates put into it. Well-devised plans sometimes might not work, as the ability to act immediately on the change of a situation, and of course, that's what luck is about. This video will demonstrate how to win as President. Playing fields where the action takes place, there are 5 maps. 3 of them are city and the rest is desert and countryside. You can see the features which help and prevent for the survival of the President. The ability to drive fast in those locations where your opponent can't move easily is very important for the survival of the white. For acceleration it needs a road. That's the feature of the map. Las Venturas is suitable for driving fast. It has many straight roads and convenient shortcuts. There is no access to water. It's limited by repulsing barriers. Markers point out places where teams respawn. San Fierro is different from other cities because it has sloping roads and roads with a lot of turns. Roads which you can drive without slowing down, less than on V. In Los Santos, there are straight and winding roads and slopes. It has access to water and boat. Desert doesn't have thickly dotted area with multiple-story buildings, skyscrapers, narrow streets and alleys. If the President appears in open area on foot, he instantly becomes an easy prey for his opponent. On the sand, cars don't behave much differently as they would on a road. So the desert is better than Las Venturas in terms of speed. The map includes a lot of water territory, but you can take a boat only from water area restricted by the dam. The water area has its benefits when it comes to chasing. A quick car replacement to a boat can save you from a lot of trouble. Let's take a look at the video where I managed to escape from my opponent by means of boat, in order to prove its value in the game. Countryside is not for newbies. To quickly get from point A to point B, you need to be able to jump off high cliffs and stay on the move. For all players of the mode, on the minimap in lower left corner squares if on the same level with your character, and triangles if higher or lower than your character indicate the position of all players, and their colors meaning the team. Most of the game for the President and the eyes are focused on the minimap. And on the road too. To get more detailed information about the position of the players in the mode, you must press Escape and select a map. Without a good knowledge of the map, it will not be possible to determine the location of the enemy group, its possible path. It will not be possible to reveal the road to avoid danger in time. even before you've chosen your team, even before the program assigns you as the president. It's necessary to have plugins, not cheating plugins, in the roots of the game, and you need to know clearly the devised plan in advance. The plugins that I offer increase convenience of the game and don't give any advantage over different players. To make plugins work, you need to have a side loader. To install it, you have drag and drop Vorbis file and Vorbis hook to the root folder of the game and agree with the replacement. ACI plugins are easy to install. Just move it to the same folder where we moved ACI loader. Flicker ACI fixes texture flickering and instability. This is how look flickering textures. Framerate Vigilante fixes many bugs. Among them, I'd like to point out slow swimming and that there's no way to turn off the siren. Map zoom fix increases the sensitivity of map zooming. Low sensitivity is inconvenient so that it takes more time to get information about where enemy forces are located. As fixed by Drew makes the x-axis and y-axis rotation sensitivity the same. This is the minimum set of modifications for a good game, but you can add the game with your own. Plan is a crucial part of the survival of the president. Without a plan, you simply don't know where to go. You commit rash acts. This behavior is easily predictable for the red team. It is not difficult for the enemy to predict the path and approach. Pro players come up with a plan for a specific situation in real time. Beginners need to draw a plan that includes a road, detours, and footpaths to escape from a lot of trouble. The road starts from the president's spawn point and looping around the map for 10 minutes. The detours are needed when you need to go around or throw off the alleged enemy returning to the original path. You need to be able to quickly take the necessary information about the location of the alleged enemy forces before detour. Let's look what kind of information we got from map. The escapes on foot in case your car has flat tires or low HP, and you need to save yourself on foot where the enemy cars will not pass. You need to run to the spawn point of another car or to the place of pickup by teammate if you work on the plan together. When a beginner gradually memorizes all roads, detours, and escapes, he will be able to come up with a plan for a specific situation in real time. A well-devised plan sometimes might not work as the ability to act immediately on the change of a situation, and of course that's what luck is about. Let's say that you have a well-devised plan and you know it clearly, but besides the plan there are other things to pay attention to. When you get lucky for the first time to play for the president, you feel a lot of stress. It makes it very difficult to play. To get rid of excessive tension, you need to play during small online, no more than 30 people, preferably 15-20. Tension for a long time can be harmful to your health, so try to be calm and take breaks. Keep your friends close. Agree if you're surrounded by protection, it will be difficult for the enemy to get you. It's hard to survive alone. It will be not bad if someone follows you. It will be not bad if that follower is the biker that ready to pick you up when you're on foot. Sea Sparrow is a helicopter with a minigun on board, available only for VIPs. Before they added Sea Sparrow in PTP, the president was impossible to kill because of the camping. 50 people climbed onto the roof and it was impossible to approach them even with several teams. Sparrow is blamed for being too powerful weapon. It can destroy your car in seconds. I don't think the Sparrow is a powerful weapon, because protection can fight it. The task of the protection is to track him far behind the president. It's too late, shoot him when he's close to the president. The cops can shoot from the top of the Maverick. If a cop stands behind the rotor with the blades turned off, then he will not be thrown off in flight. This makes the Maverick an advantage for the cops because the TT's AK has shorter bullet range than Cop's M4. These tips will help you to fight Sparrow. Yeah, I don't think the helicopter sets any kind of imbalance or advantage for beeps now. The president has a deagle. To defend well, you need to shoot well. The footage are an example of why you should practice debug to protect yourself. Compare my shameful skill with pro debug players. Play in derby mode, balancing on narrow bridge, improving your driving skills. Moreover, you will learn how to ram. Ramming is very fun thing in PTP. You can block the path or arrange a monstrous accident. Players like to jump 8 people onto one car, but only 2 or 3 will be able to shoot in such a crowd. The rest will be too crowded, or their view will block a teammate. I guess that in one car there should be no more than 4 people, not counting the driver. The shooters on the car must be crouched. Why? First, because of the recoil is minimal in a crouch. and the M4 in the crouch has no recoil at all. Secondly, shooters should be in the crouch to let others shoot. So the shooters should be located on the car so as not to obstruct each other's view. Don't play alone. You can't do anything alone. Well, if you come alone, and what's next? Jump on the teammate's car. Wait until they jump on yours. Don't let the teammates on the road. PTP is in a team game. But if you're still alone, I can advise you Wrestler, Maverick, and the Red Gaming. Wrestler can make war with sparrows and fire at ground targets. Maverick can be played alone if you learn how to blade players. The Maverick gains speed and altitude faster than Sparrow, so you can block the Sparrow's blade's movement if you fly over it. The Red Gaming is when you set a trap. You know where the prey will pass. Take a position and shoot at her wheels or throw grenades at her. If the prey left with popped tires, then get on the bike and finish her. And if you're acting as prey, then you need to stop suddenly so that it crashes into your back and follows the bike. In this case, I almost fell due to the lag. If this biker destroyed your car and wants to drive by you, shoot his wheels and jack his bike. If he's a J abuser, get on his bike and type ejecto. I hope that my in-game tips and whole video will help you to survive as president. See you at United Arabs Freedom server.